just girls. We're just girls.
They're crying. We're laughing.
Say basic bitches.
Welcome back to the Basic Podcast. Before anything else happens, we do have some apologies to issue, some things that we need to address. First thing first, I want to apologize personally as the editor of this podcast for Epi 1.
It's a bit of a disaster.
Yeah,
If you
she
listen-
was rough.
If you listen to Epi 1, if you
Sheena
haven't,
Shea
don't.
made her debut way too often.
It was,
in
yeah.
that one.
We were a little too good at it.
Listen, I edited that at like 3 a.m. I don't know why. And then I just thought, this is great. Let's upload it. I was just so excited to put it out there. And unfortunately, I edited it wrong. And our sound bites of Good as Gold by Sheena Shea were at the wrong time. And it really drowned us out. So I feel bad about that. Also, we have to apologize that we posted our first epi in August and it's now October. But like life gets in the way.
She just got
Truly.
busy. Sorry, y'all.
But we're back now. And we're going to be consistent, don't worry. And with that, I guess let's just dive right into it. We do have one pressing question from the most important people. I didn't even tell you guys who commented this. But the comment that we got was to ask for our Taylor Swift album rankings. And that comment was from the people who made this podcast possible, PreSonus, who gave us all the equipment for this podcast. And the podcast would really not happen without them. So I had to reply to their comment, and we have to start with our Taylor Swift. We're just going to do a top 3 because it becomes way too difficult. And I do have to preface that these are always changing.
like daily.
I do also just have to state that our dogs are having a brawl right in front of us as we're going through this. So if you hear some growling and some barking, it's not us.
Sorry about it, but we're a doodle.
Yeah, but like if
Stand
that bothers you, don't
household.
listen to the pod,
Yeah.
to be honest. Okay, anyways.
Okay, anyway.
Who wants to start with the ranking? Alyssa,
I
I feel like
don't know. I
feels
need a
like you were
second
very
to think.
confident about yours.
Yeah.
The thing is, I have a bit of an issue with mine. So I did it the right way. I went on and I did the ranking on the website.
Like
Everyone knows the
mathematically?
one where you like compare and everything. And I have a tie for first.
Ooh.
So, my 2 firsts are Evermore and The Tortured Poets Department, The Anthology.
Okay.
My number 3, or technically my number 2, Folklore. And then my number 3, Real, is The Tortured Poets Department.
Okay, I feel like that
Regular.
doesn't count though. The anthology,
Okay.
let's count that as one album.
Okay, we'll count that as all one album. Then my number 3 is Midnight's.
Okay. Respectable. Do you want me to go next?
Yeah.
Number 3 is oh god, I feel like my number 3 is the one that's like really interchanging, but I'm gonna say my number 3 is Red, the Taylor version. Number 2 is Evermore, and number 1 for me is Midnight's.
So respectable.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, oh my god, I forgot about Torture Poets. Torture Poets might be my 3rd, and then Evermore, and then Midnight's.
Okay.
Ooh, it's hard.
Honestly, I had my rankings so set in stone, and then Tortured Poets came in and just threw everything out of whack.
Yeah.
It was too good.
Yeah.
So.
I agree with that. My number 3 is The Georgia Poets Department, the anthology. And my number 2 would probably be Speak Now, because that one's just like always been my favorite. Haunted made me a Taylor stan, made me a Swiftie, so like Speak Now is always gonna be like number 1 or 2. And then my number 1 is Folklore. I love Folklore so much.
Nice.
Love it. So I guess you could say like if you averaged it out, then our favorite as a group is the Tortured Poets Department. That's the
Yeah.
only one that cracked all of our top 3.
Yeah, it's hard for me though because I try to not be having like a bias because it's the newest and most exciting, but it's hard not to at the same time.
I will say the first time I listened to the Tortured Poets Department, it was like my ranking was here and the Tortured Poets Department was like up here.
Yeah.
And it's taken a bit of time for it to like melt down and like kind of have the same vibe as the rest of them, and it's still kind of landing on top for me.
Yeah, no, but I feel like I've been a fan long enough that I've been around for multiple album releases too, and you have 2 at this point, a few.
Yeah.
But it happens every time. Like every time you hear it near a new Taylor Swift song or a new album, it automatically jumps. You're like, this is the best thing she's ever done, and then you have to give it like a year to blend in with everything else, and then you could be a little bit more unbiased. But I mean, Torture Poets, I can see it.
The
Obviously,
thing is, I will
like,
say,
withstanding the test
I
of
will
time.
say that when Midnight's dropped, Evermore was still on top for me. Even though Midnight's is literally still in my top 3. Like, I love Midnight's. It's such a good album. Like, I listened to it the first time and I was like, this is amazing, but it's not better than Evermore.
For
And Franklin agrees.
Yeah, Franklin, my puppy's just all over us right now.
Yes. No, I feel like every time I listen to Torture Poet Experiment, I like relate to it more. Like there's like a new thing that I realize about it that I'm like, oh my gosh, I can relate that to this aspect of my life. Like there is like that album's just so relatable because it's so like what's the
Like
word for it?
diverse.
Yeah, you can
versatile.
like you can. I don't even know how to explain what I'm trying to say, but it's like you can like the songs have so many different meanings, and you can like find different meanings in like every single song and like relate to it. And I love songs like that you can kind of like change the perspective of it and stuff.
I have a fun thing that we should do.
Yeah.
We should each name 3 Taylor songs, like the top 3 Taylor songs that feel like she's in your walls. Like that feels like she was spying on you.
This is easy for me. And they're all from Tortured Poets.
Oh my god.
Like the ones that
Okay.
you listen to and you literally just
context,
had...
just like
Yeah, no context.
No context.
No
just
context.
Like, okay.
Okay, Kim, go first.
Mine would be How Did It End?
We were all gonna say that.
We were all gonna say that. I think it's just for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Obvious to us. Everyone else is like, what?
Yeah, but like you guys don't need to know that. You don't need to know that.
It's
for
personal
us.
lore.
It's personal lore.
We'll get there one day.
My second one would probably be The Prophecy.
Okay,
So
you're
real.
17.
No, just like personal reasons. I don't know.
Oh, not like boys. Or is it boys?
You don't know.
What the hell is that?
Oh, it's Clara Bow playing on my phone. It's Clara Bow playing.
I thought we were getting abducted by a ghost was going to appear.
I'm not gonna lie, that actually was like instilled a moment of panic in me. Like if we go back and watch that, like I think there was fear in my eyes.
And then the third one would be I Could Do It With a Broken Heart.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah.
That one I think.
Oh god, this is hard. Like just off the top of my head because I haven't really thought about this too much. I would say, like Fearless.
Oh.
Obviously, How Did It End? Oh man, I don't know. Maybe like Mirror Ball.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Guys, that's one of mine too. But
Yeah.
Mine are How Did It End for obvious. The Archer. And then Peter Hurts So Bad.
okay, well now there's too
Peter's-
many because now
there's-
you guys
yeah.
are saying these and I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel that so much.
Like Peter is seriously, I don't think it's given enough credit for how
No, yeah.
disgustingly gut-wrenchingly painful that song is.
I agree with
It
that.
hurts so bad.
I agree with that.
I agree. And the Eras Tour is coming back today. As we're filming this, this is the
Oh,
Miami Night 1.
I guessed for a new Tortured Poets bodysuit because in the I Can Do It With a Broken Heart music video she debuted that little the full
gold.
gold set, and I don't think that she would have put that in there for no reason. So
Yeah, definitely
my
it's going to exist at some
heart
point.
and soul tells me that that set's coming out tonight,
I hope so.
and maybe even I didn't guess it, but maybe even a new like dress like with a new saying on it.
I saw a tweet that has nothing to back it up, but it said something about that it's rumored that Me is going to be added onto this leg. I don't know where that would have come from, but I would love it. It would be I
I
like
feel like
that
that'd be
song.
an interesting choice.
But we'll be watching the Eras Tour live stream today. So as this comes out, we'll already know something new has happened. Well, it did also say there's signs at the stadium that this
Is being recorded.
show's being recorded. So I don't know what the reason for that would be. Or if
I'm
she's doing
hoping
documentary.
I would
That'd be
love
so
to see
good.
like the music video for I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. Like seeing all those like little snippets. It was
Yeah,
like
I'm
it
like-
just made me hungrier. I was like, I
Yes,
want to know more.
I want everything. Yeah.
I know.
wanna
I
know.
think that we'll get it.
I do love that she showed us how she lands when she dives into the stage. That she's on like that big
Yeah, that was
thing. 'Cause I was
pressing.
always like wondering.
What's next on our agenda that we wanted to talk about today?
I don't know if it's exactly next in the list, but I did want to bring up that I don't think I've ever seen anyone handle something as well as Olivia Rodrigo handled falling into a hole on stage.
She was so adorable.
That
She's
was
like,
crazy.
that was fun. I'm okay.
I love her so much. That video.
That was at the
so-
very beginning of the show. Like she was
Yeah.
just saying hi to the crowd. I'm like, that was
No,
crazy.
my favorite trend on TikTok right now, as they both know, is the subtle foreshadowing trend. It is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It is so funny. I saw one of Olivia falling into the stage where it was like subtle foreshadowing.
No, that
It
trend
was
is
so
epic.
IP'd. It was so funny. It was so funny.
Yeah, like I don't understand. Like she could have gotten so injured from that.
Imagine if she like I'm sorry, this is so dark, but she just died and everyone was...
Oh my god.
She could have, though, but she could have. Like,
She
that,
could have.
that is such a huge mistake for whoever did that. I'm saying, like, because that could have happened, and who's responsible?
Or like she could have
Yeah.
broken
You know?
her leg,
Or
or,
break-
like
yeah.
something
Yeah, like a serious
that, like,
injury.
it's
Like that
serious.
looked bad.
It
Like,
looked really bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
she's
glad
like,
she
there's
was
a
okay.
hole in the stage.
That's okay. She's so cute.
Yeah.
She must have beat. Good for her. Like, huge props. A
No,
lot of
she
people would have
climbed
been
right
like
out.
swearing or something, or got like diva. Who did this? You're fired. I don't know, but she does. She seems like genuinely a really nice
I
person.
love Olivia.
Like that. Oh, and like this is no shade, by the way, because I thought this was iconic when Hayley Williams, when she was singing her song, she's like, somebody's getting fired. Like, I don't know what the melody was. I don't know what song it was in, but like something happened, and she's like, that's the third fucking time you've done this to us. So that was
it's
funny.
aggressive.
But
I mean,
that
she
would have been
should.
me.
I love Olivia so much. Like at our concert, I've like literally never had an experience like this. But I feel like I've been a fan of her for so long. I've never seen her live, and like I've been very blessed with sisters who love to go to concerts and they love to take me with them. And I love it so much. It's my favorite thing in the whole entire world. I love concerts so much, and it's like the first like artist that I've been a fan of for so long that I haven't seen live. And literally, when I saw her when she came out, I just started crying. I literally was sitting there crying. Like, and it's like the most upbeat songs. It starts out like super upbeat, and I literally was like crying. Ballad of a Homeschool Girl. Like I was crying.
Well, that song resonates with you.
Yeah, it does, guys.
On like a different level.
Anyways, I do think we need to talk for a second without it getting too sad about Liam Payne,
Okay, I
because
was just talking about this in the car.
there is something about the timing of One Direction that felt like if you were born between like 98 and 2000, like maybe 2001, like those ages, like One Direction was like made for us.
Like for real.
For the timing, like I feel so bad for you because like you could still be a One Direction fan, but like
I'll never see
you
them
weren't
live.
there.
I would never see them live.
Like they got created my first year of high school, and Zayn left in the whole thing when I was in grade 12. Like it was my entire high school experience, and I was on another level obsessed. That's where my fangirlness began.
Truly. I remember we both had, and I still know what it is. I will never reveal it, but we both had One Direction stan Twitter accounts.
I wish I could remember mine. Tell me.
Mine still exists. It's still out there, and I will never reveal it because it's so embarrassing because it was from when I was like 12 and 13.
Oh, I will share mine.
Mine's so embarrassing, and it would also be very easy to figure out that it was mine because I posted a picture of Kaysen on it. So
Her
because
brother.
no, I posted a picture of Kaysen because I thought he fit in really perfectly to a character in a Wattpad fan fiction that I was reading.
We were all over
But
Wattpad.
I was a Liam girly. Everyone can attest to this.
I remember that.
My username on my not
You're
my
gonna
username,
share
but
the
like my
username?
display name was Liam Payne, and my profile picture was Liam Payne. He was
I'm
the
like
first love of my life.
the
So this
day that
cuts
I
me
like
really
heard
deep.
this happened, I was like really sad, obviously, but I was like, that's whatever. And then yesterday, I don't know why I was like so distraught about it. I just like I feel like it just hit me that I'm like I feel like because I love One Direction, like because I grew up with you guys who are obsessed. Like all I remember is rewatching. I was telling Alyssa, rewatching Best Song Ever, like, music video with you on that, like, white
get the
laptop
views up.
to get the views up. And, like, I, like, grew up with you guys in that stan era. Like, that's, like, where I, like, when I was a child. So, like, I've always loved One Direction because I always grew up loving One Direction.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, me and my best friend, we listen to One Direction all the time. We love them. And, like, we've always been holding out because we were too young to ever go to, like, one of their concerts. Like, I was 9 when they, like, broke up. Like, it's like it's crazy. So
that's so sad.
I've always just
I
had
wish they
this
were
like
around for so much longer.
Me
like they
too.
like the One Direction phase, not phase,
like-
But
like
it
the One
almost
Direction
makes
era
it so
was
special that it was so short.
It was so short, and it was like Sabrina
But-
mentioned. It was so short, and it was so sweet. It
I
was
just,
so
like-
sweet. It was so good.
I feel like all these years I've been holding out because I'm like, one day I'll go to one. One day I'll go to one. Like, I've just been like so happy because I love One Direction so much, and I'm just like, one day I'll go to one because they'll do a reunion.
And
like,
did you see
and they've
in
all
Louis'
said, like,
post? He said like, I hoped that we would all get to sing together
Yeah.
again, but it's not to be.
No,
Like-
when I read all of their statements, I was so crying. I'm
yeah.
watching all the old edits of them. Like
it's all
really
of my
hard.
I made
information.
the
I really
mistake
can't,
of
like-
reading like the official like One Direction statement put out right before I went into my dance. Like I teach dance classes, and I read it right before I went in, and my eyes just like filled with tears, and I was like, I need to go and like be a human being right now, but I just had to sit in my car for like 10 minutes and collect myself because it was like so like distressing. Because like because you texted us first. Like, you texted and you were like, Liam Payne died. And I was like, oh my God, like I can't believe you would believe that. Like,
no,
whatever.
like
a stupid little internet thing. So I Googled
and I was
it.
on the phone with her when I texted you guys because they texted in our like sister group chat, the Popstar Barbies, and you guys said, "Oh, what should we talk about this week? Whatever." And Brianna was on the phone with me and she just said it, and I just said, "Liam Payne died." I literally was like, "What the hell?" Like it was like
I didn't believe it for a
pure
good
panic.
like actual like I didn't truly believe it for a good like 4 hours.
What?
Like I saw it because like I was like struggling to accept it. Like I was in denial. Like I knew it happened, but I was like just waiting for him to like tweet and like, what the hell? I'm not dead. Like you remember when Lil Tay died?
Yeah.
And then she came back from the dead and was like, my dad faked my death.
Yeah.
Also, we should talk about Lil Tay eventually because she's slaying.
Yeah, I feel
She
really
just put
bad
out
for
she
her.
just put
I
out
love her.
a song.
Yeah.
We will be streaming. We support Lil Tay.
Yeah,
we love her.
Lil Tay in this
Anyway,
house.
that took a little sidebar, but
Yeah. But
like,
no,
I just remember
I
when she like died and it took the internet by storm, and
Yeah.
then she just came out like a couple days later and was like, "The fuck, I'm not dead."
Yeah.
Like I just kind of was hoping something like that would happen,
Me too. But
and then
like
it didn't. And then TMZ posted pictures of his fucking dead body.
insane.
Fuck you,
Literally
TMZ.
insane.
Fuck
TMZ
you,
is horrible.
TMZ. That's so insane. Like
It's so insane. I know. His, like, the mom of his son came out, like, just a few hours ago and was talking about just, like, how upset she is with the way the media has handled all of this because something she can't protect her son from is when he grows up. And that's what he's going to see on the internet about his dad.
Yeah.
And she's like, great. Thanks, guys. Like, have some respect. He was not just a celebrity.
No,
He
was
was
like
someone's dad,
also
brother's
posting
son.
pictures of the inside of his hotel room
Yeah, I didn't like
is-
that either.
is
I didn't like that.
crazy
It's not tasteful.
because like.
It's
obviously,
painting a
like-
picture that you don't
like-
know anything about. I feel
Like you talk about quite a bit like how we lost our mom to suicide in the last like probably 6 hours of her life, which we weren't there for. How she acted in the last 6 hours of her life did not reflect the person that she was
No. And
from
it
that
just-
life. And so
it's like
Liam Payne
manic state,
having
like-
like drinking alcohol and doing drugs in his hotel room is not like just before it's
not who he
dies.
was.
It's not who he was. Like your brain is
You're
in an altered state of
manic,
mind. Like
like-
you're
Yeah.
completely manic. That's not like I just think it's so disrespectful to post pictures of that. Like imagine if we weren't even shown pictures of what our mom's apartment looked like. No. And can you imagine if those were plastered all over the internet for
Yeah.
everyone to have an opinion about? Like that's so
I've been saying that
fucked
too.
up.
I was like, I can't imagine finding all this because I guarantee most of his family found out on the internet.
Yeah, 100%.
There's no way they could have had
'Cause he
time
was
to
in
call his
Argentina.
family and
Like
everything.
he wasn't even at home. He
was
was
there
on
to
vacation.
senile.
So on vacation in
was there to
Argentina, and he
senile.
was just at his concert.
Dude, I'm
I
only.
really can't talk about this anymore because
I know.
think
it's
we do
getting
need to
too
move
dark.
on. I think
No,
we
I
need to
just
move on,
think
but
that
I
I
just
was
say,
like
yeah.
waiting so long and holding out hope for this reunion that I was gonna go to. Like I would fly anywhere to see that because I love One Direction and I would like that's a dream. And just now I think that it's hitting me so hard because that'll never happen. And I just like I'll never see all of them like together again, and it's making me really sad.
So sad.
I know, and I do hope they come together one day. Still, just the four of
Yeah.
them, but it will just never be the same.
No.
And it's like really sad. But yeah, prayers to Liam's family and everything. I know you guys are totally watching our podcast.
If this reaches any of their
Directioners
ears.
forever. Since we're kind of still on a dark note, like we might as well just talk about the Menendez brothers. Okay. Because
Okay, I
I'm
still haven't watched this.
being
Okay,
obsessed.
you need to.
Okay, I watched their press
I'm
conference.
literally just trying to
I
get
didn't
through the
watch
shows
that.
that I'm already watching before I add new shows on top.
But you need
so
to
I
get
just
on it
can't.
because they're
know about the
having
case,
they're
though.
having a
I
court
know
date
briefly
soon.
about the case, not enough to comment on details.
Okay, fair.
I
But-
know every single detail about this case. I'm not gonna.
I know
lie to
more
you.
than the judges at this point. They have a trial coming up though in November. Because there is
I
new
am
evidence that
praying for
came,
them
and
really
their
hard
press
about
conference the other
this.
day. I watched the whole thing, and it's like all of their family, even the mom's sister, was there saying
I've seen
the
her
boys
speak
need to be let out. And the thing usually with people being in jail is that the victims have say if the murderers are going to be out of jail, but to have like the victim's sister and family, like the next of kin, basically say no, they need to be out is like huge. And there's a bunch of new evidence that never got used in the original second trial
which is like
that they're going to
really-
bring back. So I have a great feeling that they could be let out.
I have a bit of an issue with the show because I like years ago, you just like fall down like TikTok rabbit holes of like random like cases that you see, and this one I fell across like 2 years ago, like this like came on my free page. I had no idea what this was because it happened like long before I was born. Yeah. And I, like, just went on a full rabbit hole about this, and I've, like, always believed them. Like, there was never a doubt in my mind that, like, they lied or anything like that. And, like, I watched hours of, like, their actual, like, them in court, their actual trials, and, like, them taking the stand. I've watched so many hours of that, and I feel like when I watched the show, I was really happy when I, like, heard the show was out, and I, like, kind of didn't want to watch it at first because I was like, I already know everything about the case. I'm glad I did watch it, but when I watched it, I was really disappointed because the show was really good, and I know that it has to be dramatized because it's a TV show, and I understand that. They didn't get their permission to make the show, first of all, which I thought was, like, really weird. And there were a lot of, like things that they did wrong in the show, and they took a lot of theories of, like, what people thought happened, and, like, whatever, which are valid to have theories. Like, no one really knows except for
I think
them,
that was the point of the show, though, to show all the different perspectives. Because we still don't really know.
I think that the way they passed off these theories, I get showing it from different perspectives, and I fully respect that because, like, obviously people are going to have different opinions. I'm not expecting everyone to have the same opinion on a topic. Like, that's never going to happen. But the theories, like, the things that never happened that people just are, like conspiracy theories of, like, oh, well, like, maybe, like, this was, and they passed it off in the show like that's really what happened, and people who maybe don't know anything about the case or haven't done research or didn't feel the need to do research after they watch the show, it makes the boys look bad because they're just going to believe what happened in the show like it's true because the case is true. And I think that the show really didn't put them in a great light because they, like, Lyle was perceived so wrong. Like, that is not what he's like. And, like,
yeah, I agree.
I don't agree with the show because
a lot of people are really mad about the show.
That's so interesting.
Like, a lot of people are really upset, and it's like you
I
have to watch,
enjoyed
like,
the show.
Documentary.
Oh, I watched the documentary right after, and
But it's interesting to me that, because I can understand that, I guess, when people are like, oh, there was inaccurate things and the boys got painted bad. But it's so weird because I saw nothing about this case before watching Monsters. And I watched it, and I was immediately like, what are you talking about? Like, I thought they were sick. Like, I think they're so cool and seem like really nice boys, and I totally believe them. Like, I didn't get a bad taste in my mouth. Even Lyle, I was like, I think that he's like fine. He's misunderstood. Like, I could read that from watching the show, and other people just take it in different ways.
I think that because I, like, watched so many of their court trials, and I saw, like, how Lyle acted. Yeah. I feel like I could on the show, I was like, he's perceived really wrong, and, like, in the courtroom and stuff, like, the way he acts in the courtroom is not how he acted in real life, like, or in the actual, like, court cases and stuff. Like, I don't know. I just think a lot of people, like, the show is leading them people not to believe them now, and I'm glad that the documentary was put out because I hope a lot of people watch. Yes, I hope a lot of people watch the documentary because it shows the truth of, like, what actually happened, and they're speaking about it, and their families are speaking about it, and I enjoyed the documentary a lot. And the show was good. I just think that it was, like, a lot of theories that were passed off as the truth in it, and I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah, well, every time you're watching a show that's based on true events, like, you have to know it's based on true events, but it's still
like they're gonna
you can't take it.
Yeah, but serious. The show was good. I really liked the soundtrack in it.
I love it so much,
and I am enjoying the edits of the actors.
I know they're so cool.
I do still need to watch it. I will watch it.
I love them.
Yeah,
I did want to talk about Sabrina's tour.
We're going!
I'm so excited.
Guys, I've been having a lot of anxiety about my outfit. Still haven't picked a dress. Gonna do that tonight, though, so it's fine.
I picked my dress. I'm excited. I hope it looks good on me, though. I'm really stressed that it's gonna be, like, weird and ugly.
Why?
But I always stress out about ordering things online, but because I have a weird body and I think that things fit me weird.
Imagine being the beauty standard.
No, I just have weird, like, proportions, and that sometimes things don't fit me the way they should. Like, I stress out about buying clothes online because if I can't try it on in person and, like, see how it fits on me. With short dresses, like, I worry because sometimes dresses look really short on me because I'm really tall, and like
the
that's not always the vibe
type
I'm
dresses
going for.
And stuff.
Yeah,
like, those
but,
are
like,
very
also,
short.
I've realized that my problem with, like, when things are too short on me is not because I'm like, oh my god, it's too short, I'm being a slut. That's not the issue. It's all of the real estate that is blank. Like, my legs are long, and it just creates, like, there's outfit up here, and it's so cute, and then it's, like, blank, 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 and then my shoes, outfit. But, like, there's just so much, like, empty real estate. But that is a
great empty real estate, having, like, nice long legs. Like, that's what supermodels wear, mini skirts and dresses, and then you have 6 shoes, and you don't need any real estate on your legs. That's, like,
I kind of want to get a bunch of tattoos all over my legs, so that they're at least,
don't.
Like, why?
Because I'm getting a new tattoo on Saturday.
I like tattoos.
No.
I'm getting a tattoo on Saturday.
Okay, Grandma. Like,
No, our mom's not here to tell you not to tattoo your legs.
I want to tattoo my
But
legs.
she's gonna, like,
Did
literally
you guys-
curse my house for you saying
Did I
that.
tell you?
Like
when-
my status if you think I should tattoo my legs.
But our mom is very strict about like piercings and stuff, and I just decided that I'm gonna get my nose pierced. She's not here to tell me no. My dad doesn't care, so like why wouldn't I? So I went and got my nose pierced with my friend, and we went and we got it pierced, and then we had Kelsey's birthday, and our mom's best friend was at Kelsey's birthday party, and I was just like in my room because I just like, you know, like social battery, like I don't know, like I want to be alone sometimes. So I was just in my room on my phone, and our mom's best friend comes into the room. She goes, Cameron, did you really put a hole in your face? And
It's
I'm
always
like,
the hole in the face.
I know.
Like, that's what it is.
I know, but I was like, yeah. And she was like,
there's also a diamond
was like-
in my face now.
and she's like, are you gonna want to have a hole in your face when you're a grandma? Really? And I was like, well, it's already there, so like there's not much I can do about it now.
Also, the nose is cartilage, ever-growing cartilage. You take your piercing out, it'll grow back faster than you can go to sleep. Like,
It's just like, I don't know, I was laughing, it was funny. But then she's like, no, we can just take it out right now. Let me just take it out right now. And she's like freaking out in my room, and I'm like,
do you want there to be a hole in my
I'm
face
like,
or
if
a
you pay
diamond
me
in my
back the
face?
$100 I spent to get this pierced, then we'll talk. But I'm not taking it out. I'm very sorry. It was expensive, and
I
I'm
didn't
not
know
doing
that nose piercings were still in for the teens.
They're very in. I love my
Honestly.
nose piercing.
I want to get a second one.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm with a bunch of emos.
Okay, when have I ever been emo?
You're tattooing your legs, God, piercings, guys.
I'm getting
Please
like
help.
333
Sorry, I wanna
tattooed
be
on the
fun.
arm. It's like tiny.
Sorry, I
and you're
like
like,
art.
okay, emo. It's like, what?
I just want to have art on my body because I like art.
I have you
I
and my
am the
sunshine
art.
tattooed on my arm.
Yeah, now you're
How is
like
that emo?
going into a gangster bar or something.
I want to ride motorcycles and say bad words.
That's your prophecy that you used to say.
Yeah, when Cameron was like 3 years old, and nobody had ever, like, we swear Cameron's a secret agent. We've sworn this since the time she was little. She was randomly able to read when no one taught her how to read, when she was like 2. And then
I work for
when she
Coach.
was 3, our parents had some friends over for the first time, meeting these friends for the first time. And these friends were like talking to Cameron. Oh, the little 3-year-old. Cameron, what do you want to do? What do you want to be when you grow up? And she said, I want to ride motorcycles and say bad words. Who the hell taught you that?
I also
Nobody
knew
in
all
our
the
family
words to
rides
TikTok by
on
Kesha by the time I was like 6.
And what do you want from me
And
by
what do you
Adam?
want from
Adam
Lambert?
Lambert.
And your love is my drug.
Balump?
Balump, balump, balump.
Balump,
By
balump,
Kesha.
balump is your drug. That's what you used to sing. Also, we didn't get along.
No,
When we were
Alyssa. Yeah, I'm gonna tell a story. Alyssa, I had really bad teeth when I was little. Like I had a really bad gap tooth in my front teeth, in my 2 front teeth when I was little. And Alyssa bullied me so bad.
It was
and
also when side
side
parts
parts
were
were
in.
hella in,
Side
and middle parts were
the
hella
vibe.
out.
Side parts were so the vibe, and she had
Middle
just
parts
this
were out.
like really intense middle part.
I've
where,
always
like
had a
it
middle part,
wasn't
guys.
okay.
Always.
It was not even like just a middle part like it is now. It was like the 2 pieces of hair stuck so in front of your head that it was like the most severe middle part. There's only like a sliver in your face that we could see. And so yeah, I called you gap tooth middle part.
But she was so cute.
The only thing we bonded over when we were kids was the cup song.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. We didn't bond over that. You victimized me in that. Alyssa made a this was not with good intention behind it. This was with very ill intention behind it. Alyssa pretended to be my BFF some days, and let's film YouTube videos. Cameron, you can sing. You're so good at singing. Oh my gosh. Made me sing, put it on YouTube, made so many videos, was like, we're gonna get famous, and then posted all these videos of me, and then logged out and forgot the password. And they're all up publicly.
I will be
I've tried
inserting
so
the
hard. I've
clip
tried
here.
so hard.
You know.
I'm inserting the clip here for you to hear Cameron singing Cup song.
When the heart didn't miss me when the heart didn't sleep on my walk, didn't sleep on my taco, didn't miss me when I'm gone.
So maybe we can talk Halloween costumes for
Oh
2024.
yeah, I wanted to see if you guys had any ideas for Halloween costumes 2024 or predictions of what people will be dressing as.
I would love to
Leopard.
go as
Everyone's dressing up as leopard or cheetah.
why?
Leopard and
That's
cheetah?
so.
It's-
that is.
That's old.
It's the most popular thing because there's this like new song on TikTok. It's like, I'm not gonna say it because it's like in a weird accent, but it's like Blonde Glamour, and it's like all it is like cheetah print. So if you see anything cheetah, you're like, oh my god, Blonde Glamour. Like that's just the thing. And everyone ever, I bet you like you're gonna see every teenager ever dress up as a
That's
cheetah
so
or a
basic.
leopard
That's
this
like
year.
going as a black cat. Like
Yeah,
that's so
what?
annoying.
I think a lot of people are going to go as Sabrina Carpenter.
I personally would
Yeah.
like to go as Chapel Roan. I feel like she's.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I'm
she's
going
really
as
good at
Belle
costume.
this year. Me and my friends are dressed up as
Classic
Disney
princess.
princesses.
I'm not dressing up, but I'm going to dress up my dog. So
I
Why
bought
aren't you dressing
Oliver.
up?
I
That's
bought
so
Oliver a
lame.
Halloween costume. He's gonna be a spider.
I don't have anywhere to go.
Me and our dad are gonna dress up one of our dogs as the Monopoly Man.
That's amazing.
We're dressed up Marley as the Monopoly Man.
That's
with like the
perfect.
That's gonna
monocle.
be so good because he already looks like a proper sir.
Exactly. We were like, no, what's funnier than a butler? Like we were
I
gonna dress him
wanted
as
to
a
do
butler,
that.
and
I
we were like,
wanna
I'm actually
be-
the Monopoly Man.
I want to be Chapel Roan, but I
Mm-hmm.
like if I'm gonna be going to anything, I'm gonna be going with Mitch, and so I was like, what am I gonna dress my boyfriend as?
jeans
That's what I was thinking. Fugly
Yeah.
jeans, or I was gonna make him be a pink pony, but I don't know if he would go along with it.
It's kind of funny.
We also don't have any plans. Well,
Well,
do we have anything else to touch on here?
I think that's all for Epi 2.
Yeah.
We're, again, sorry for the delay between Epi 1 and Epi 2. The delay for Epi 3 will not be as large.
And we would love to do a Q&A next episode if you guys have any questions for us.
Yeah, that's a good
Could be
idea.
about anything.
Extra
Yeah.
yapsters.
So if you want to comment either on like our TikTok, send us a DM. Yeah, leave us comment anywhere, and we'll answer some more questions.
Stay basic, bitches!